Nigel Ferguson from AVZ Minerals. I'd just like to run through the project, give you some details and background. The project is located in the DRC. Its disclaimer is obviously the usual. Approximately 500 kilometres to the north of Lubumbashi. I don't know if that looks very clear on there, is it? It's all right? Okay, good. Outstanding shares for the company, corporate snapshot, we've got 1.9 billion shares on issue, performance rights, share prices languishing today as most of them are, but around about 9 cents. Market cap of about 160 million, we've got $8 million in the bank, excuse me, and management consultants own around about 17%. Two major shareholders, we have the Huayu Cobalt Group who have 10% of the company, and Dathomir, which is a private entity in the Congo that own 13%. The geology is very simple. This is an extremely large pegmatite suite stretching over 13 kilometres in strike length, anything between 100 to 250 to 300 metres in thickness. And we've concentrated basically on this main area down the bottom here, primarily because 42 drill holes were drilled into this project back in the 40s and 50s when it was a tin mine. Mineral resource was calculated just recently, and we brought that out early in August. We've got 260 million tonnes at 1.63% lithium oxide. In addition, we have about 850 ppms of tin, and also a credit for tantalum as well. And as you can see, the sections we've been dealing with are solid 250 to 300 metres of pegmatite. Very homogeneous, low variability, low iron, low phosphorus and low fluorine within the system. The resource itself covers an area of about 800 metres of the pegmatite itself, which is about 3 kilometres long. But you can see the three categories there within the mineral resource that we had. On the back of this, we then went into some preliminary test work. We took 2 of the drill holes from the first round of drilling and placed those into Nagrom. We managed to get some good results back out of that. So we could produce a 6.3% concentrate at 3.35 millimetres, just using gravitational circuits. Flotation and gravitational circuits combined gave us a product of 5.8%. So we're very confident that with optimisation of those processes, we should be able to produce a plus 6% concentrate. As you can see, the product itself is very coarse-grained material. The only other point there is that we've got this, the detrimental elements that I was talking about. You see at the bottom here, we've got a 0.4% iron content, 0.3% phos and 0.1% fluorine. So very high quality product that we believe we can improve on. Put the whole mineral resource through to the scoping study, which was completed independently by CPC Group. We started off with a 2 million tonne per annum case as a base rate. And as you can see, we've got some pretty hefty numbers there. 1.64 billion MPV at 10%. 2 million tonne per base case gives us an IR of over 90%. The modelled excuse me, the modelled mine life only 20 years, modelled it this year, even though we could go further than that. Production target, obviously we're looking at 40 million tonnes. Strip ratio extremely good, 0.7 to 1. And we believe we can improve that because the ore bodies are outcropping at surface. We've used the 1.5% feed grade at this moment, but we do have a higher grade than that, so we believe that we can improve on the economics. Producing 440,000 tonnes of concentrate and shipping costs, etc., to get it to Dar es Salaam port in the order of about $355 a tonne. It gives us a fairly hefty number at the top end, and then we also have the capex cost for this. It's a very simple mechanical system basically for producing the concentrate, so we're not looking at huge money. It's somewhere between 150 and 160 million tonnes. Very achievable and nowadays, and that includes a contingency of about 36 million tonnes. We have 60% of the project at this present stage. We should be able to secure additional percentages in the project down the track. But we're also now looking at completing further scoping study on it's not actually a 4 million, wasn't originally a 4 million tonne, but we're doing a 5 million and a 10 million tonne. So those numbers should be coming out within the next sort of 5-6 weeks. The only thing that we haven't included in this is some sort of credit for the tin. There's 200,000 tonnes of tin sitting within the system, and we're doing some metallurgical test work on that to work through numbers on those. So we look at our product as hopefully a very special product when we finally get it out the door. We believe that producing a higher grade quality product with less deleterious elements for the new stage of batteries that are coming out, the 811s, the 822s, the 622s, and the solid states, that we should be able to get a premium. And we draw a conclusion between, or a comparison I should say, between the iron ore price for a decent DSO and a lesser product of 55%. So we believe we will get a margin above what everybody else would be getting. One of the major aspects we need to cover off on is the transport of this material out to port. Dar es Salaam sits some 2,000 kilometres to the east of us. We believe that's the shortest route. We also believe it's the most economical route. We've investigated 3 potential routes, essentially a road to the town of Moba, where we'll build a very small port facility. This road coming to Manono from Lakasi, Lubumbashi area. There's been a commitment of $285 million to refurbish that road, of which there are approximately 200 kilometres along the 450, 500 kilometre road, refurbishing that at the moment. So within the next 18 months we'll have an easy access into the project area. Oops. Power for the facility, once we get up and operational, we have to the 90 kilometres to the east of us, we have the historical Pianamwanga hydro facility. Historically it could produce 32 megawatts. We've had a look at it. We think that we can get it up to 64 megawatts. But as you can see from the facility, it's in pretty good shape. It just needs to have the turbines rewound and the electrics and switchboards put back in. And we do have the distribution facilities already in, about 85% of the towers are still standing. So moving forward, we've set ourselves a fairly tight schedule to progress this project. The feasibility study is obviously the key one that we want to get started. We have in fact already started doing some background work on it that will assist in making it happen a lot quicker. So we're expecting 3/4 of the 3/4 to be able to produce that study. Transport route needs to be confirmed. Permitting and environmental studies are underway at the moment. We don't see that as being a long-winded process. Detailed engineering, procurement, and then construction, and then commissioning somewhere in Q2 of 2020. Community and government relations. We have a very good relations in the country at the moment. As you can see, we're probably one of the major employers within the area. We've been donating to the local hospital and helping with the local Red Cross and concern. Organisational chart's very simple, but I think the big thing to take home from this is the general labour we have down here at the moment. We have over 350 locals working for us, assisting with upgrading infrastructure. That's it in a nutshell. We're at booth 44. If you'd like to come and ask questions, we're quite happy to sit down and go through the project in more detail. Thank you very much.